lights hum above my window. I hear your ringtone in my head again. I scroll through all our faded photos, every smile a tiny weight upon my chest. Your number still lives at the very top, though we both agreed that this was for the best. I type your name and watch it glowing in the quiet of a room that feels too wide. Delete the words before I send them, let the silence take the place where you once replied. Friends keep telling me that time will make it fade, but every night it feels like nothing really changed. The space you left keeps echoing your name, and I am standing where I yesterday remains. It is still the night I call your name, even though the line will never ring the same. Every broken promise hangs between the tones, falling through the dark of someone else's phone. I whisper, hope you are not hurting like I do, but the only voice I hear is missing you. On my pillow lies your old sweat. I keep pretending I forgot to give it back. The way it smells like early morning makes me think of all the things we used to have. I close my eyes and you are laughing at a joke that I can barely now recall. It hits me how we turn from always into strangers that can never ever call. Maybe I was scared to let you see my scars. Maybe you were tired of mending broken parts. Either way, we pulled our fingers from the flame. Now I only have this tiny glowing name. It is still the night I call your name, even though the line will never ring the same. Every broken promise hangs between the tones, falling through the dark of someone else's phone. I whisper, hope you are not hurting like I do, but the only voice I hear is missing you. I turn the screen down to the floor, let the darkness cover what we were before. One more time I tell my heart to walk away, yet in the quiet I still call your name. Rain taps softly on the window glass, only one cup steaming on our side of the glass. Same old corner of the crowded cafe, I choose the table where we used to stay. Order what you always like to drink, then catch myself and let the silence sink. The chair across from me stays pulled out, as if your coat will find its way somehow. I trace the circles from your coffee cup and feel my own regret keep filling up. Everyone moves on with their busy day, yet I am frozen where you walked away, trying to pretend that this is just a phase, but every shadow here still holds your face. The seat across from me is still yours tonight, empty but louder than the city lights. If I close my eyes, you were reaching for my hand, talking about a future we could not withstand. I wish that I could go back to that hour before goodbye drained all our color and our power. like they remember how we would stay until the lights grew dim. Now they clear our tables so much faster. No one saves this little spot for us again. I check the door each time the bell rings out. Half of me hopes it will be you somehow. Half of me knows you will not walk inside. Still I keep the napkin folded at your side. Time will turn this place into another street, but for now it is where all our stories meet. I stir the sugar till it almost disappears, like all the words we never said in here. The seat across from me is still yours tonight. Empty but louder than the city lights. If I close my eyes, you are reaching for my hand, talking about a future we cannot withstand. I wish that I could go back to that hour before goodbye drained all our color and our power. I push the chair back to the table line, leave the cup and leave our ghosts behind. Step into the rain and let it wash away the little world we built in this cafe. Sunset bleeds along the rooftop lines. Our shadows stretch but never touch this time. We used to race the dark back home, sharing earphones and the same old songs. Now I walk this road with both sides free, yet every corner holds your memory. Storefront windows show my single frame, no second figure calling out my name. I watch the traffic blur into a stream and lose you at the edges of the scene. I keep replaying where we lost our way. Was it all the little things we did not say, or did we simply run out of the fight while pretending we were still alright? You are my slowly fading light, pulling back from every place we used to shine. I reach out but you are already gone, a distant glow at the end of the longest road. I try to hold you in the sky, yet every shade of you slips quiet from my eyes. Your jacket hanging on the bedroom door still falls the way it did when you were here. I walk around it like a fragile glass, afraid to knock it down and disappear. Friends all tell me I should clear the space, make some room for someone new to chase. But letting go of fabric feels like more like closing down the last remaining door. Maybe loving you meant learning how to lose all the colors that I once wrapped around you. Now I stand beneath this empty sky as if the stars owe me a single why. You are my slowly fading light, pulling back from every place we used to shine. I reach out but you are already gone, a distant glow at the end of the longest road. I try to hold you in the sky, yet every shade of you slips quiet from my eyes. When the last goal line leaves the window frame, I whisper to the dark that I will be okay. Let the night fall where you used to be, and keep your fading light as part of me. blue screen glow across my darkened room. You name the only thing that still feels true. I start with hey, it has been a while. Erase it twice before I hit the smile. Type how I saw a place we used to go. Backspace the line before the feelings show. Every simple phrase becomes a maze of everything I am not ready yet to face. So I watch the cursor blink alone, like a heartbeat in a body made of stone. I wonder if you ever think of me when your day is heavy and you cannot sleep. Do you reach for words the way I do, then hide them where they will not get to you? Unsent, hope you are fine tonight. Life's only in this little strip of light. I write about the way you used to laugh, then lock the message in the drafts. You will never know how many times I check on you without crossing any line. I scroll our chat all the way to the start, where every line was fire in the dark. We promised we would always tell the truth, yet here I am avoiding it with you. I wanna ask if you are eating well, if work is kind or if it feels like hell. But care can sound like I am holding on, so I pretend that I have already moved on. Maybe someday we will share a crowded train and trade a simple nod that hides the pain. Until then I keep my questions on this screen, where they can live as something in between. Unsent, hope you are fine tonight. Life's only in this little strip of light. I write about the way you used to laugh, then lock the message in the drafts. You will never know how many times I check on you without crossing any line. I close the app and lay the phone face down. Let the quiet swim around this empty house. Whisper to the dark one final time. Unsent but real, I hope you are fine. Footsteps climb the stairs above my head. For a second I forget that it is not you instead. You used to skip the final broken step, so it would not squeak and wake the rest. I still can hear the rhythm of your run, keys in your hand and breath that sounded like the sun. Now every stranger walking up this way becomes your shadow for a fragile little day, till doors are closing down the hallway line, and I am alone with what you left behind. I love this building, but it hurts to stay, where every sound still calls you by your name. fight of emptiness. Echoes in the stairwell carry you to me in a song of eels and hollow concrete. I hold my breath each time the steps come near, hoping for a voice I will not hear. You are nowhere in this narrow lighted place, still I chase your echo up and down the staircase. Our neighbors ask if you are doing fine. They keep forgetting that you crossed the line. I joke about you moving far away, then close the door and fall apart where no one stays. Your letters still are stacked beside the rail, tied with ribbon like a fragile little sail. I read your words until they blur and shake, trying to find the moment things would break. Maybe we were only built for ground level, too afraid of heights and all the heavy metal. Now I live inside the space we used to share, hearing you in every creak and stair. Echoes in the stairwell carry you to me in a song of heels and hollow concrete. I hold my breath each time the steps come near, hoping for a voice I will not hear. You are nowhere in this narrow lighted place, still I chase your echo up and down the staircase. Someday I will leave these walls behind, take only what is small enough to hide. Till then, each night when footsteps rise in air, I say goodbye again upon these stairs. Moonlight spills across the wooden boards, highlighting all the letters on my bedroom floor. I told myself I would throw them all away, yet here they are like ghosts that came to stay. Every folded edge remembers how I shook the first time that I opened up that book. Your handwriting still bends around my name, soft and careless like a little flame. I read your jokes until the ink runs thin, trying not to think of how it all caved in. It is dangerous to hold these pages tight. They pull me back to when we still were right. Still I sit here tracing every line as if I could rewrite how we crossed that time. Letters on my bedroom floor whisper you are not mine anymore. Every word a world where we survive, but those worlds exist only in this light. I should pack them up and close the door, yet I keep on reading just one more. There is one where you were scared of getting old, another where you thanked me for my cold. You said I made the seasons easier to bear, that home was any place up means learning when to burn everything that will not let you turn. But when I hold your words against my chest, it is the closest thing I have to rest. Letters on my bedroom floor whisper you are not mine anymore. Every word a world where we survive, but those worlds exist only in this light. I should pack them up and close the door, yet I keep on reading just one more. Morning breaks and dust begins to shine. I gather all the proof you once were mine, slip them in a box beneath the bed, keep the past close but out of my head. The hallway light was flickering above when you picked up your keys and gave up on our love. Voices climbing higher with each word, till we said things that should never have been heard. You stared at me like I was someone new, a stranger standing where your shelter used to bloom. Suitcase open like a hungry mouth, swallowing the pieces of our house. I kept waiting for your eyes to soften down, but every second pulled your head closer to out. If I had held my pride a little less, would you have stayed to clean up all this mess? Or will you leave it long before sense of your voice. One day I will close it from the other side. Step into a life that does not run on white. Till then I let the quiet fill this floor and breathe right through the memory of that door. Neon signs still flicker on and off, but the sidewalks feel much wider when you are gone. We knew every shortcut through this town, from midnight markets to the subway underground. Now I wander through the same old streets, yet every traffic light just drags my feet. Cafes play the songs we used to steal from jukeboxes that never knew the way we feel. I see your silhouette in window glass, turn my head and let another stranger pass. I thought this city would erase your name, bury us inside its noise and change. Instead each corner holds a piece of you, like the sky would fall if I walked there with someone new. This is a city without your shadow. Every alleyway feels too hollow. I talk to streetlights just to feel as small. Ask the river if it still recalls the way you laughed when we got caught in rain. Now all that echo runs alone inside my brain. Our favorite bench beside the quiet park still knows the weight of us in after dark. I sit alone and watch the couples pass, smiling at a future I thought we had. Your name is scratched along the wooden frame. kitchen light hums softly overhead while I wash the plates we used to share a bed. I always tried to be the steady one, held my storms until the weather changed to sun. You said you loved how I could stay so calm, even when the world was shaking in my palms. But every time I swallowed down the flood, it carved a little canyon through my blood. I kept my crying for the silent shower spray where no one had to see me fall away. You never knew the nights I sank so low, because I smiled each time you turned to go. I thought that being strong meant hiding pain. Now I am drowning in the things I did not say. These are all the tears I never showed, filling up the cracks inside my bones. They spill out when I hear your name aloud, rushing through the walls I built too loud. If I had let them fall in front of you, would you have stayed to help me make it through? I keep a towel near the bathroom door, just in case the flood returns once more. The mirror holds a face I barely know, someone older than the girl you used to hold. She learned too late that softness is not weak, that breaking open is the way a heart can speak. Now every drop that reaches down my chin feels like a secret finally let in. Maybe you were waiting for me to confess that I was not as fearless as I tried to dress. Maybe you were lonely in my quiet seat, wishing I would let you see the real of me. These are all the tears I never showed, filling up the cracks inside my bones. They spill out when I hear your name aloud, rushing through the walls I built too loud. If I had let them fall in front of you, would you have stayed to help me make it through? Tonight I let them fall and do not hide. No more saving every drop for when I am alone inside. You were gone, but I can finally let it go. All the tears that I was too afraid to show. The sky is turning from black to blue, while I sit here saying my last words to you. All night long I chased your memory through every room that used to hold our history, touched the frames and talked into the air as if your tired heart was still beating there. I listed all the ways we tried and failed, every promise that eventually derailed. Then somewhere between the dark and light, I felt my chest grow quiet in the fight. Letting go is not a single tear, it is every small decision through the year, to stop returning to the moment that we broke, to breathe instead of reaching for your ghost. Dawn lets you go a little more, with every color spilling through my door. Your shadow thins against the waking wall until it almost does not live here at all. I thought my heart would never free your name, but morning teaches me to love without your flame. keep those as a gentle kind of bruise, proof of everything we were afraid to lose. Yet I can learn to walk past them and smile, carry you without running every mile. Your chapter does not have to be erased to make some room for what I have not faced. Maybe somewhere you are watching the same sky, letting go of all the ways we said goodbye. If you ever think of how our story ends, I hope you feel relief instead of failed friends. Dawn lets you go a little more, with every color spilling through my door. Your shadow thins against the waking wall until it almost does not live here at all. I thought my heart would never free your name, but morning teaches me to love without your flame. I stand up as the sunlight hits my face, thank the night for holding me in place, and step into the day and softly know I do not need you here to let you